a big part of a fruitful, successful meditation comes from your own interest and your resolve. Entering into the gate or the path is almost half of the difficulties, half of the success. So I think we all should be happy, because without interest, we won't be listening, teachings related to meditation. The other big part then is getting right instructions and putting them into practice. I'm tempted to say, like, I cannot really give a number on them, but like half of the difficulty is getting karmic connection to enter into the path. So you have already half of the success. Now the other half is what I just said. It's getting right instructions and practice them. What you are receiving from here on is the instruction for meditation from here on, right now, direct. The first is our mental attitude. Okay. In order to train yourself to expand your mental capacity to the way, all the way to the enlightenment, you need to know yourself by pacifying the mind, experiencing and familiarizing the quality of the mind is important. There's several steps I told you there. Pacifying the mind, experiencing and familiarizing with the quality of the mind. First you pacify, and then you experience some qualities of meditation, but it disappears, right? You don't necessarily want to look for that old experience again. You just continue without much expectations. All you want is you just look at the mind, the source, the center of the mind. And then you start to become familiar with that, familiar with your, that knowing quality. That is instructions on doing meditation. All along, you got to let your compassion towards all the, you have to have compassion. That's so important. Without compassion, if you think that I got a technique, I got a tools, a method to, to work with my mind, so I'll be very smart, I can understand others' mind, I can have clairvoyance. You can think all those things, you might get some benefits, but not very useful. It can maybe even harm you with your power. So compassion is a must. And if you have compassion, if you develop simultaneously while you meditate compassion, then it's very, it could be very surprising to you that how your meditation progress. And if you don't have expectations of progress, you may have even more progress. You won't be able to tell, you cannot judge when you can have progress and when you cannot have progress. It's very random, because we don't know when cause and effects are coming together. So when they come together, one of the big things is compassion, then it takes place. So compassion towards all is important. Trust in teacher, we have to let it flow freely. But here I'm saying that compassion towards all is so important, and trust in teacher is so important to let it flow. And we need to, as I said earlier, focus on the positives.